coming to you from Odem High School on a Friday morning. Scrimmage action 2020 volleyball between Three Rivers and Odem High School. Three Rivers in the red uniforms with the white trim. Odem will be in the gray uniforms with the gold trim. Odem with the first point scored. Diving play that time by Three Rivers, trying to return the serve, but that one gets in the net. And another point scored by Odem. Puts them up 2 to start this match. Scrimmage action, it's a timed game on the floor. They're really not keeping score. We've got a scoreboard up. That's unofficial. Another point scored by Odem as that one is carried into the net. And so Odem will be serving again across. That's in for an ace, and quickly 4 points out of the gate for Odem. Lady Owls were on the floor earlier taking on Skidmore. Our broadcast coming here from Odem High School. It's just a trial run. Another point scored by Odem. Now they're up 5. Had the scores switched there, but we'll get that fixed up. This is a timed match. It's 30 minutes is how it'll last. Another point scored by the Lady Owls. And now Three Rivers on the board with their first point scored. Serve across, played by the Lady Owls from the back row. Up to the middle, free ball coming up for Three Rivers. They look good at times against Skidmore Tynan. Tip it across. Rally continues from the right side, tipped across. Played again by the Bulldogs of Three Rivers. Free ball for Odem to work with. Lady Owls set it up. Left side, swing across, off the tip. Point scored for Odem. Odem goes up 6-1 here early on. Our appreciation of the Odem School District for assisting us in getting set up for our broadcast. We'll be here at Odem High for every home game of varsity sports. And the way that it works out with our Coastal Bend coverage, when they open the season on the 18th with their first regular season game, they'll be on the road at Corpus Christi Miller. And we did sign all the paperwork yesterday to be in place for all of the CCISD games from every school at CCISD with all of their home varsity games. Ball played across that time by Three Rivers on the rally. Left side swing, and another point scored by Odem on another big kill at the net. They go up 7-1, just terrific setting. Odem looking much more in sync than what they look like against Skidmore Tynan. That's in for an ace. And so Odem making a statement here in this match against Three Rivers. Up early on. Next serve across. That's another ace served up for Odem. And just a big run of points scored by the Odem Lady Owls here against Three Rivers. Next serve across, down the line. That's another ace served up by Odem. And they go up by 9. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick break. This is Real Sports Live.
Internet is more than just uploads and downloads. It's about connecting people. VTX1 Companies is here for you, bringing communities closer together. VTX1 has connected customers for almost 70 years. Our internet service spans across South Texas to some of the most remote areas. Faster wireless service is now available in Progreso, Lozano, Rangerville, and Rancho Viejo. Call 1-800-446-2031 or visit vtx1.net to find out more.
Back here on Real Sports Live, Rudy Zamaripa on that camera, Billy Watson on the other shot. I'm Joe Bowling with you here on Rio Sports Live as we bring you live coverage of high school sports 2020 as we try to figure out a way to get it done. No fans in the gym here for this scrimmage. So fans out there that may be watching this game, please pass the word along by sharing the link on our social media sites. If you're on Facebook, please share the link. Because in this case, it's the only game in town for you to be able to watch. Because they're not allowing fans in these gyms. That serve goes in the net by Three Rivers. This is Odem in the gray uniforms taking on Three Rivers in the red and white. Time scrimmage, 30 minutes. It's scheduled to end about 10:30, so we're nearing the midway point of this match between Three Rivers and Odem. Good return from the back row. Odem sets it up off the net. In the net it goes, and a point scored by Three Rivers. Met with Odem yesterday, met with West Oso, met with Corpus Christi ISD, visited with the folks handling things for Kingsville. Also met with Texas A&M University Kingsville yesterday to start the ground floor talks of what we could do to assist them here through Rio Sports Live. Serve across, played by Odem on a back set. Hit down the line, score that for the Lady Owls. Another point, they go up 12-3. Next serve across, looking for the back corner. That sails out of bounds. Three Rivers will score. I'm going to play commercials during our breaks here in this action. Right now, Rio Sports Live active in trying to find the sponsorship. No, I don't charge to broadcast these games, and I certainly don't charge fans to watch them. But the key factor there is to bring the camera operators with us, to hire the announcers needed. Funding comes from one source, and that is either sponsorship or advertising directly in our games. When I played the split screen and have the phone number up there, please bear that in mind. If you would own a business or know someone that is a business owner that may participate in assisting us. Again, before we were running one system, at times 2 or 3. We had as many as 8 during football season last year at 8 different places, but that all requires personnel. And in a day and age in which many people are unemployed, Rio Sports is a viable option as long as these sports are being carried. With the number of schools that are wanting their games covered, we could be extremely busy and we could keep people employed. But again, the flip switch of that is, can we get the businesses to participate through sponsorships and or through advertising directly? Next serve across by Three Rivers. Played across by Odem. Nice swing from the right side, and that'll score for the Lady Owls. If all goes well, we'll do a test after we conclude here from the press box out at the stadium here at Odem. They do have a Midnight Madness football full pad scrimmage set up tonight. And if all goes well, we'll be broadcasting in the early morning hours, beginning at midnight, straight up here from Odem to give a peek of some high school football. We locked in everything yesterday with CCISD. We'll be at Buccaneer and Cabinets Field for all games played there this season between all of the schools that travel into those venues. Meeting with Brenda Marshall, and she too has been a busy athletic director in trying to put things together. Met Coach Huerta yesterday here at Odem. He too is like every schedule we put together is in pencil because you just never know. Things change on the snap of a fingers. And even after these scrimmages, with teams scheduled to have scrimmages next week, it's a light pencil that's being used to set this up. Anyone in athletics, anyone in schools, period, are having to be willing and able capable of adjusting on the fly to the ever-changing world in which we live in today. Serve is called out of bounds. So for Odem, they'll go up double digits. For the Lady Owls. Serve across, played by the Lady Bulldogs of Three Rivers. That's off the net. In the net it goes. Another point scored by Odem. Makes for a little additional travel for yours truly for coverage of this. We were up at, well, we met at 6:30 in the morning to be up here in time to get set up for this. Our appreciation to the IT department of Odem for assisting us in getting set up through the internet connection. I met with all the athletic directors this past week. Everyone I've talked to, before it was always get with the IT department if we could, bring a hotspot, but in this case, as an internet streaming company first, it's imperative that we have a good connection. And Odem was certainly gracious in providing that for us here. Nice kill that time by the Lady Owls, another point scored. Next serve across, played by Three Rivers. From the back row, played up by Odem, tipped over on the second hit, nicely played on the back row. Diving play keeps that alive for a moment, but another point scored by Odem. Next serve across by the Lady Owls of Odem. Three Rivers plays that in the net on the pass. Another point scored. Lady Owls, this is their second match. Earlier they played Skidmore-Tynan. And on the rotation, they'll play them again immediately following this matchup with Three Rivers. That's out of bounds. Point scored by Three Rivers. Fans watching the games, give us a shout out where you may be watching from. It's always neat to see where fans are tuning in. This is live coverage of high school volleyball on a Friday morning. It's a scrimmage between Three Rivers and Skidmore-Tynan. Check that between Odem. Odem serves it up, played by the Lady Owls. They'll get it across. Lady Bulldogs on the attack to the center. Big swing off the net. Played on the Odem side. Set it up right back at you on the center. Looking for the back row. One-handed up by the libero. Played up for the Lady Bulldogs. Down the line. Played on the back row by Odem. Good rally here between the two teams. Tipped off the block. Block back at you. And a point scored for Odem. Good rally, and the Lady Owls come on top in that one for the contested point. Lady Owls to serve it up again. That's going to be played, but off the hands of the back row. Another point on another ace served up by Odem. Skidmore-Tynan was able to serve up multiple aces against this Three Rivers team in their match as well. Good play that time to get it over. Lady Owls set it up off the net. Free ball to work with for the Lady Bulldogs. Good pass, good set, left side swinging, put it away. Point scored by the Lady Bulldogs. They'll serve it up again. Played by the Lady Owls. Up near the net, challenge. It gets over on the Bulldogs side. Three Rivers sets it up. And a point scored by Odem. Our coverage of volleyball will hit full scale next week. We'll have another scrimmage. We're setting up to see if we can follow scrimmage action across way, and there's a big matchup between this Three Rivers team and Freer. Fans who followed us last year during our playoff run of volleyball coverage, remember Freer was the team that knocked off San Perlita. They had a young squad, and we are anxious to get in there. Oh, ball rolls on the court. That's a dangerous play there. And that's where we get with 2 games going on in multiple courts. The players went down, but she appears to be okay. They substitute in just to check, make sure she's okay. That's in the net by Odem, a point scored by Three Rivers. Again, it's an unofficial scoreboard that you see on our screen. They're not keeping score on the floor. They don't have the scoreboards on here. They just wanted to go with a timed scrimmage for these 2 teams. And this tri-scrimmage between Skidmore-Tynan, Three Rivers, and Odem. That hit goes out of bounds. Point scored by Odem. And the Lady Owls will take control of the serve. The Owls have been in control of this game pretty much from the start. Raced out to that big lead and just maintained separation and edged that lead out further on the exchange of serves. Played this time by Three Rivers. Hit over on the second hit. Caught him off guard. Point scored by Three Rivers, and the Lady Bulldogs come up with that one. Substitutions in the game for Three Rivers. Well, with the 2 camera set here, Billy made the trip up here with Rudy and I. Just kind of experimenting with a new switching unit we have to be able to switch cameras back and forth. Early indications are I like it a lot. Big swing, nicely played by the back row of the Lady Bulldogs of Three Rivers. That one goes over but out of bounds as it carries off the side. So a point scored by Odem. And now they'll serve it up again. The serve has controlled this game for Odem. Serve across, a good one, played by Three Rivers. Off the net, big swing in the back row, played nicely there by Odem. Looking from the left side, cross on the angle, played again by the back row of Three Rivers. Set it up this time for a better hit. Down the line, and that is in for a kill for the Lady Bulldogs. So that time off the rally, Bulldogs able to set up an attack on the offensive end in rhythm of a game. That's what you want to see as a coach in a scrimmage. There's continuity when players start recognizing where to play as a rally plays out. Odem to serve again. Played by the Lady Bulldogs. Hit across on the angle. Played up high by the Lady Owls. That is a missed hit and a point scored for Three Rivers. August 18th. Mark it down. We should be in our first official game of the year. A broadcast coming from Miller High School in Corpus Christi, as Miller will be taking on this Odem team. Next Tuesday, again, we're trying to set up that match in Freer. Next Friday, we'll be in West Oso for a volleyball scrimmage. But again, the following Tuesday is when things tip off for official games. And it will be Odem traveling to Corpus Christi Miller for our first broadcast. Ball played across off the net, played by Odem. Trying to set it up on the left side, nothing doing. And Three Rivers scores the point. Appreciate all the fans who do tune into our games. coverage we put together in a real quick blink of the eye kind of deal. We found out yesterday while we were up here visiting with Odem that they'll be having this scrimmage, and we thought, well, we'll just come up and test the equipment out, test the internet out, and allow fans, as there are no fans allowed in the gym, some bonus coverage of these girls putting in the work to get ready for what they hope is a full season. Bulldogs put it over. Lady Owls able to play it from the back row. In the net it goes. Point scored, Three Rivers. Watch again for the next edition of the Rio Sports in Print. We're looking at possibly bringing that to you as we are broadcasting live here from Odem. Serve across, played by the Lady Owls. Three Rivers unable to return that hit. Now it's off the rafters. They do keep it alive. Ball goes in the side and a point scored by Odem. This is a time game. We'll be concluding here in about 3 minutes, and we'll be in between games. Serve over as an ace served up by the Lady Owls. Anxious now to see in the next match when Odem has a rematch with Skidmore Tynan. Free ball hit across, carries out of bounds. Another point scored by Odem. And that will be the time of the game. That'll do it for our broadcast here between these two teams. And I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Reminding you, we'll have some highlights up of these games a little bit later on today. And we'll tell you about additional broadcasts coming your way as well. Odem and Three Rivers in the books. Coming up, Odem and Skidmore Tynan. Till next time, I'm Joe Bowling from Odem High School. So long for just a while.